And without that knowledge, that key withholding of information that it looks like Japan does, we get hot garbage. Welcome back. As you can see, I am a man that has no chill. Always have to be moving, changing things around. I can't just stop. I have that nervous ants in my pants. I hope you guys enjoy the new $10 million studio. As you can see, we spared no expense and will only improve. Welcome to the ride. We're only going up from here, baby. There's no stopping. You got two options here. You get on the train or you get off the train. Whoever's on the train, comment down below. We're on the train, baby. Are you on the train or not? Get on the train. Get on the train. Trains. What the hell's Konami doing? What is Konami doing? What are we talking about? Look at these. Look at these. Why does Konami insist on... Oh, man. They hurt my soul. They hurt my soul every time. Every time I want to be a good person. I try. But they always have to do something. Basically, you're trying to be chill. You're trying to be normal. And they shove a rubber fist up your anus. Look at this. Look at this one. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? What's cooler? This? Or this? But which one's better? I know what you'll say. This just came out. The Ashen, right? You think they'll improve it? You think they'll care about this archetype more than they do Testina? Or Gold Pride? No. I highly doubt it. But I'm hopeful. I knew we were screwed when I saw this.
The key cards for the new Ashen theme are Vados, the Eruption Dragon of Extinction. Vados can spring out of your hand as a quick effect to lay waste to any card in the field zone.
Bro, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking? They made a hand trap for field spells. And they made the field spell a floodgate, but on your turn. It doesn't make them pyros on their turn. So your only quick effect doesn't even work. It only works on your turn. Why? Zombie World came out and it had change everything to zombie in the fields and the graveyards. Both spots. And I know it's teched in as a floodgate, but come on. It's not that bad of a floodgate. All of the ecstasy I felt during that first commercial is gone. What happened? How am I supposed to just move on? It's not that simple. Why do you refuse to release good TCG exclusives anymore? Remember Dangers? Remember VA? Cosmo? None of those ring a bell? Guys, hear me out. Guys. At one time, in the TCG, back in my day, there were two TCG decks, TCG exclusives, that were dominating the meta at the same time. Circa 2015-ish. What happened? I've heard rumors, some people are saying that the old card designers moved on or are relocated to other parts of the company. They no longer design for the TCG. Are you telling me there's no one competent enough on the America, Europe, pretty much the rest of the whole world side to create good cards for their own market? I know that Billy Brake, well, I heard Billy Brake design Gold Pride, but like, he's one of the best players of all time, and without punks, they're unplayable. So is that really a feather in the cap of modern TCG exclusives? I think not. I have a theory of my own of why this is happening. Because Konami gets their cake and they get to eat it too. What a stupid saying. But I digress. Konami looks like they're allowing us to design our own archetypes. They look like the good guy, right? The Japanese Konami. Oh yeah, you guys can design your own archetypes. It keeps the formats different, fresher, blah blah blah. That's not what they're saying, but I'm extrapolating. But eventually, because these archetypes are not designed in tandem with Japan, at least my theory, because otherwise there's no excuse. This would be the only viable excuse. The Japanese side of the company withholds information, doesn't tell them what's down the pipeline in terms of like what kind of meta powerful powerhouse decks are coming, like for example Snake Eyes. They let them know some information, but not to the extent of the power level. So you get like, hey, this thing pops pyros, right? OCG, Japanese side of Konami, was probably like, yeah, it's gonna be fire dominated, pyro dominated. So the TCG designers were like, oh yeah, okay, cool. So if it's pyro, we'll make this deck try to sort of counter a pyro strategy so it can pop pyros on either turn, but the field spell will only turn pyros on your turn, so that when you're breaking boards, you're good. But if you're playing against this meta powerhouse, you can pop their board. Guess what? It doesn't matter if it's popped. That's the problem, because there's no communication between the two. At least that's what it looks like. And without that knowledge, that key withholding of information that it looks like Japan does, we get hot garbage. And then they look like, oh, well, we let you guys, we're like, whatever, you guys just didn't design the right archetype. And then they go, we'll save it though. So here's this sick OCG exclusive card for that TCG archetype that you'll get once we get that set. Once we get that archetype. Then it'll come to you at some time in the future. In some port set or whatever. Look at Subterra Guru. They get a win-win. Unless you understand what they're actually doing. You want us to be separate formats? Fine. Then let it happen. Let us have cards that the OCG does not. So that we can have separate formats. Not just controlled by the ban list, but by product releases also. So that in the TCG, we just don't look at OCG and just play the same format they played 3 months later or 6 months later, however it goes. I know it's not always this way, but a lot of times it is. Let us have these cards, our own exclusives, and let us play test them before the OCG gets them. It's the same thing. Not the same quantity. I'm just asking for 1 to 2 archetypes. That's it. 1 archetype per set is fine. Oh, but if we make an accidental broken archetype, we might miss out on profits. And if we don't have enough high rarity cards for that archetype that we dropped, that's sick. It's a lot more convenient for Konami when they just make the cards over there, give them in whatever rarity to those guys, let them play, let them have their fun, and then go, oh, that one was good. Yeah, that deck's really good, so we're going to bump that up. SP is super. Yeah, we're going to bump that up. And they do all of this to what? Extort the player base. They basically tell you, fuck you all day, every day, right? Here's a ban list. They're saying, eat my ass. Here's a new set. Eat my ass, because everything's expensive. Oh, you bought the new set? You bought the $1,000 cards? Don't worry, we won't hit the $1,000 cards. We'll hit the 20 to 40 cent common cards that come in that archetype. So that in effect still destroys that archetype, but without you having to stop using those secret rare cards or for them to lose value or whatever. At the end of the day, everything's about money. Yu-Gi-Oh is no exception. But let's make it less blatant. That's all I ask. This is American government level of corruption. Crappy TCG exclusive after crappy TCG exclusive. We're just tired of it. This is too much. Especially this sick artwork wasted. Or this one. Look at these. Look at them! On another note, genuinely shocked Promethean Princess and Populous were ultra rares. That I did not expect. I thought they were just going to go all the way with this. Take it to its logical conclusion, just F the player base all the way, right? Not just the tip. But don't think they did you a favor, because all that means is prepare for the ban hammer, because much more likely that these cards get hit in the future or the near future. But that's all I got for tonight. Tell me in the comments what you think. Are you going to play Hasnt? Are you going to pick it up? Or are you just going to ignore it entirely? If you like this type of content, check out this. And check out any of the videos that I linked throughout. Also, just give me a like and subscribe. Because it really does keep me incentivized to do this type of stuff. So thank you so much. Shout out to all the subscribers, all the people that are liking, all the people that are commenting. You guys are real MVPs. Mad love. Beard out.